Welcome back to another episode of Learning with ISRAR here on ISRAR'S channel. After the great response to our previous video on the best books to read on supply chain management, many of you reached out asking for recommendations specifically focused on procurement. So, in today's episode, we'll be exploring 10 highly recommended books for procurement professionals, carefully selected to support your professional growth and deepen your understanding of modern procurement practices. Let's get started. While there may not be one universally agreed upon top 10 list, certain books are consistently recognized by professionals and experts in procurement and supply chain management. These titles offer valuable insights across a range of topics, from strategic planning and operational execution to practical tools and emerging trends. The following selection highlights some of the most widely recommended books, chosen for their relevance, depth, and the unique value they bring to procurement professionals. We've grouped these top titles into 4 categories to help you find exactly what you need based on your interests and career goals. Top procurement recommendations: negotiation and influence, strategic sourcing and supply chain, professional growth and development. Let's start with the first category, which is top recommendations. There are 2 books in this category which provide a comprehensive foundation in procurement principles, processes, and best practices. They are ideal for both new and experienced professionals looking to strengthen their core knowledge. The first one is Procurement, Principles, and Management, 11th edition, by Peter Bailey, David Farmer, Barry Crocker, David Jessup, David Jones. And the second one is The Procurement and Supply Manager's Desk Reference, by Fred Solish and John Semanek. Now let's talk about the first book in this category, Procurement, Principles and Management, 11th edition, by Peter Bailey, David Farmer, Barry Crocker, David Jessup, David Jones. It is a foundational text in procurement, covers both timeless principles and contemporary topics such as CSR, e-procurement, outsourcing, and sourcing. Updated regularly for over 5 decades, it remains highly relevant. It has 3 parts: procurement objectives, challenges, and applications, and combined academic rigor with practical application. It is ideal for both newcomers and seasoned professionals, and a go-to reference for understanding how procurement has evolved. The second book in top procurement recommendations category is The Procurement and Supply Manager's Desk Reference, by Fred Solish and John Semanek. It is a practical guide addressing daily procurement operations and strategic planning, and is especially valuable for mid-career professionals who need fast, actionable guidance on topics from supplier selection to contract execution. It covers all core procurement functions including e-sourcing, contract management, and supplier diversity, and lays a solid foundation in procurement language and principles. Well structured for quick referencing in real-world situations, making it highly readable and accessible to beginners while offering depth for veterans. The second category of books is Negotiation and Influence. Effective negotiation and stakeholder influence are core competencies in procurement. These books provide proven frameworks, real-world techniques, and psychological insights to help professionals negotiate better contracts, manage suppliers, and align cross-functional teams. These books are Getting to Yes, Negotiating Agreement Without Giving In, by Roger Fisher and William Ury. Never Split the Difference, Negotiating as If Your Life Depended on It, by Chris Voss. How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. The first book in Negotiation and Influence category is Getting to Yes, Negotiating Agreement Without Giving In, by Roger Fisher and William Ury. This is based on the Harvard Negotiation Project. Introduces principled negotiation, a method of reaching agreements without confrontation or compromise on core values. It teaches clear, practical negotiation strategies and ideal for navigating supplier contracts and stakeholder engagements. Helps procurement professionals shift from positional to interest-based negotiations. The second book in Negotiation and Influence group is Never Split the Difference, by Chris Voss. It is written by a former FBI hostage negotiator, offering compelling real-life examples and tactics that apply surprisingly well to business and procurement. It teaches tactical empathy and calibrated questions, which is useful in high-stakes supplier negotiation. Equips readers with confidence and agility in dynamic negotiation scenarios. The third book in Negotiation and Influence group is How to Win Friends and Influence People, by Dale Carnegie. This classic teaches the fundamentals of effective communication and relationship building, essential soft skills for any procurement leader. Helps to improve stakeholder and supplier relationship management, and encourages persuasion over authority. Strengthens collaboration across functions. The next category of the books is Strategic Sourcing and Supply Chain. The books in this category explore how procurement integrates with broader supply chain strategies, including supplier evaluation, cost optimization, risk management, and aligning sourcing decisions with organizational goals. The first book in this category is Spensis, The Window into Strategic Sourcing by Kirat Pundit and H. Marmanis. The second one is Strategic Sourcing in the New Economy by Bonnie Keith, Kate V. Tasek, Carl Manrod, and Jean Kling. And the last one is Category Management in Purchasing, A Strategic Approach to Maximize Business Profitability by Jonathan O'Brien. The first book in strategic sourcing and supply management is Spend Analysis, The Window into Strategic Sourcing by Kirat Pundit and H. Marmanis, which is a definitive guide on how to leverage spend data for sourcing decisions, cost optimization, and strategic planning. Also helps to combine executive insights with practitioner-level detail and in data-driven procurement, including many case studies and real-world applications. It is a must-read for professionals involved in analytics, savings tracking, or sourcing strategy. The second book in the strategic sourcing and supply chain is Strategic Sourcing in the New Economy by Bonnie Keith, Kate V. Tasek, Carl Manrod, and Jean Kling. It is a forward-thinking resource on evolving sourcing strategies that focus on value, innovation, and collaboration. It also introduces vested outsourcing and modernance models, backed by case studies from Microsoft, P&G, and others. It moves beyond cost-centric models toward value creation. The third book in strategic sourcing and supply chain is Category Management in Purchasing by Jonathan O'Brien. It shows how category management can be a powerful sourcing tool to reduce costs and improve supplier performance, and explain a practical framework for spend segmentation and sourcing levers. Mainly focuses on cross-functional collaboration and stakeholder management, which helps to align procurement goals with broader business strategy. Finally, I have recommended a few key books aimed at the professional development of procurement and supply chain professionals. These resources are designed to support long-term career growth by enhancing leadership capabilities, communication skills, strategic decision-making, and adaptability to the evolving role of procurement within modern organizations. How Organizations Waste Billions Through Failures, Frauds and F***CK-Ups by Peter Smith. The CPO, Transforming Procurement in the Real World by Christian Shu. The first book for professional development, which I have recommended, is Bad Buying, How Organizations Waste Billions by Peter Smith. It is a compelling and humorous read highlighting real-world procurement disasters, fraud, and inefficiencies by quoting case-driven approach, making the content relatable and memorable and offering concrete lessons on mitigation and strategic decision-making. It is ideal for learning what not to do in procurement. The second book recommended for procurement professional development is The CPO, Transforming Procurement in the Real World by Christian Shu. It is a business novel chronicling the journey of a CPO transforming procurement in a major food company by combining narrative with practical strategy. Also blends storytelling with actionable insights for understanding of changement in procurement. Encourages innovation and leadership thinking in the function. In conclusion, these 10 highly recommended books provide a comprehensive 360-degree perspective on modern procurement, covering everything from tactical execution to strategic leadership. Whether you're just beginning your journey in procurement or seeking to elevate your existing practice, this curated collection serves as a valuable roadmap to professional excellence. At the end, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Which of these books have you already read or plan to read? And if there's a title you believe should be added to the list, feel free to suggest it. Thank you for your time and attention. See you in the next presentation. Until then, goodbye.